Texas, known for a lot of things, some of them the stereotypical cowboy boots and barbecue, but we're also known for our architecture. Recently, the folks at the Texas Society of Architects worked to come up with the top Texan buildings to see in 2013, several of them right here in North Texas. Joining us live on KRLD to talk about this, the past president of the Society, Craig Reynolds. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Good afternoon. Just fine.
Let's talk first off about the Perot Museum of Nature and Science there in downtown Dallas. Just opened at the beginning of December, and from an architect's standpoint, what is it about this very interesting-looking building?
I think it gives us a very excellent opportunity to express and experience architecture at one of its finest. With the Perot Museum, we do have that chance to not only engage architecture, but also the landscape architecture surrounding the building onto a very challenging site bordering the freeway. Those are always unique opportunities, but how that starts to blend with the urban metropolis that we have here has been very well done.
Is there a certain style, a name you would put on the style in which the Perot Museum is done?
I don't think you can call that building or many of the buildings we have in the Arts District or in the area a particular style. What we have done here and the architect morphosis there in combination with the landscape architects of Talley Associates, I think have created a piece of architecture that exudes what it is trying to accomplish by engaging the visitor that comes to the Nature and Science Museum, as well as demonstrate the various exhibits that we have inside in their finest way.
And it's interesting because not only are there so many interesting things to see inside the Perot Museum, but the building in itself is an attraction.
It is a work of art in and of itself, no doubt, and certainly an exhibit in and of itself of what architecture is today.
Another one of the buildings to see in 2013, and I thought this was a very interesting choice, the City of Dallas Parks and Recreation Department pavilions, the Cotillion Pavilion.
All of the pavilions done under this program, which was spearheaded back in the late or early 90s by our own park director, Willis Winters, has been extremely successful. This truly brings the opportunity of bringing unique architecture, but architecture that blends with its surroundings into our various parks around the entire city, and brings the opportunity for the everyday citizen in their park to experience architecture at its finest.
And at UT Dallas in Richardson, and I guess many of us don't think of landscaping as being architecture, but it makes a lot of sense. The landscape architecture on the campus at UT Dallas.
At UT Dallas, many of the current buildings there are just phenomenal in terms of creating a sense of place and an impact on the life there on the campus. Some of the challenges that we have on many of our campuses of older buildings that were developed in the 60s, 70s, maybe even 80s, is that the buildings really never spoke to one another. And here with the landscape design that was done, it really began to tie many of those older structures and some of the newer ones together into a space of gathering, a space where the students can congregate, can gather, and can truly get the fulfillment of a campus life on the architecture or within the architecture there at the UTD campus.